Alright, hello and welcome aboard WhalePod to another episode of Fire Emblem Engage. I am your divine marine mammal whale, and in today's episode we are going to be going ahead and proceeding on with Chapter 10, but first we have two supports to view, so let's view them. First we have a B support with Lapis.
Huh? You're serious? You really want to train with me today, Divine One?
Yes. I thought it would be nice to work together every once in a while.
That's so exciting. Thank you for carving out the time.
So, what am I in for, Lapis? What's your usual training regimen?
I start with some drills using different weapons, try a few practice swings, then do heavy lifting. I strap a weighted pack to my back and go for a long run. Sometimes I climb a mountain.
That seems like it would build up an incredible amount of endurance.
Oh, if you're going to train with me, you'll need a pack too. I'll make you one real quick.
You're going to make a weighted pack?
Sure, it's not too hard. I had to make most things by hand back in the countryside.
Countryside?
I meant can't decide. I can't decide whether to make you a pack or not.
Oh. Well, I'd love it if you did. I think it's really amazing you can make those kinds of things.
No, please don't tease me like that.
I'm not teasing. Your crafting skills could be very useful on the battlefield. Would you be willing to teach me how to make a few things? I'd like to learn.
It feels strange to be complimented for such a modest skill. But yes, I can show you how to make a pack right now. Watch closely.
All right. Whoa, your hands move so fast. Can we, go back a few steps?
And now we have our first A support between Alear and another character. We already have seen an A support between Clan and Jean. I do believe we saw that one before I stopped discontinuing non-Whale / Alear related supports on the main playthrough portion of the channel.
You know, I've noticed how often you bring up your wish to live a fairy tale life.
Uh-huh. I've wanted that for myself ever since I was a child. I was born into a noble family. Everything in my life was planned out for me by my parents. My role as a noble daughter was to get married and then devote myself to my partner's family. They wouldn't even let me eat the street food I love so much. It wasn't ordinary for a noble girl. I hated every part of that life.
I had no idea.
The life I wanted for myself was free, thrilling, and very out of the ordinary.
I didn't mean to stir up so many painful memories, Chloe.
Oh, it's okay. They're just memories. And my dream came true when I got to be a knight. Meeting Princess Saline, and you let me live the kind of life I always fantasized about. Isn't fighting alongside the divine dragon and the royal family better than any fairy tale?
When you put it like that, you might be right.
I wonder if they'll tell stories about this war someday.
It's certainly possible. And when they do, I wouldn't be surprised if you ended up as a major character in them.
What? I never thought about that. But it's a nice idea. I must become the kind of virtuous knight little kids aspire to be when they hear the story.
You're already well on your way there, Chloe.
Thanks, Divine One.
There's our first A support. We will now get extra bonuses when we are parked next to Chloe in battle. And we got an achievement for A support with an ally. Now, once you start this chapter, there is a series of battles before you can return to the Somniel. We already saw Marth's dialogue about that and needing to prepare 2 episodes ago, so we did go prepare by getting absolutely beat to snot by Camilla. We did eventually take her down, but it was a nearly 3-hour slog, even when you don't take into account that I, got a game over fighting Camilla the first time and had to retry. You didn't see the second half of Attempt 1 or the first half of Attempt 2 because that's just too much to watch, man. Even for me, even by my standards, where I'll put out 3-hour Genshin Impact story videos. That's just too much to watch, man. The Fell Dragon Sombron. Something tells me this isn't gonna go well.
Oh, the snow's really coming down out there.
Yeah, the cathedral always gets hit harder than anywhere else, huh?
And Ivy's late. We've been waiting here for ages. What if she never comes? Maybe things went bad at Brodia Castle and she didn't survive.
No way! Princess Ivy can handle herself.
Thanks, Rosado. You're sweet. Ugh, why is this happening anyway? Ever since Lord Sombron was released, Father's been acting weird. He used to be so kind to me. But since they came into the picture, it's like I hardly exist.
You mean the ones who showed up at Elusia Castle with Lord Sombron?
Yeah, that kid with the hood and the 4 weirdos who follow her around. Father probably only likes them because they brought him so many rings. I thought if I could get him some, he might praise me like he used to. Look how that turned out.
I'm sorry, Hortensia.
It's not your fault. What happened at the Grand Crossing, that was all me. I don't have any clue what Father's up to. I don't know why he wants the rings or what this ritual's about. I'm totally in the dark.
Hortensia, pardon me for interrupting.
Hey, Goldmary.
King Hyacinth has asked you to join him at the altar. And he wants you to have this.
An emblem ring?
Whoa, the king gave you another one, huh?
He said you should wear it and prepare yourself for battle.
That must mean the Divine Dragon is coming. Good. I'll get some answers about what happened at Brodia Castle. Let's go, you two!
We've arrived. Destinia Cathedral. Vale's directions really did help.
Well, at least we arrived at a still JPEG of it.
Let's head inside, quickly.
Hold on a moment.
What is it, Marth?
I sense the Fell Dragon's presence. He's waiting for us inside the cathedral. We're not ready to fight him. If the ritual has been completed, we should retreat.
We're definitely not ready to go up against Daddy Dearest. That's still my theory. I still think we're, I still think this whole game is just the messiest divorce and ensuing custody battle in the history of divorces and custody battles.
And even if it hasn't, I think we had best escape at the first sign of danger.
You mean leave King Morian behind?
I'm worried about all this. We shouldn't stay any longer than we have to. Whatever we do, we must avoid a direct encounter with the Fell Dragon.
It'll be all right. Princess Ivy said that Sombron can hardly move, remember? Plus, we have half of the emblem rings. Even if they had the rest, we'd be evenly matched.
It is true that with the allies we've gained, we are formidable. But I urge you, as our leader, do not fall prey to overconfidence.
Perhaps I am being too bold.
And that's just what we need to know that we're going to
Despite
fall
everything we're
prey to
facing, I'm
overconfidence here.
I think it's because you're here, Marth.
This is the... I've got other theories as to why you're calm, but yeah, I'll let you believe it's because Marth is here.
Me?
With you and the other emblems supporting us, we're all feeling more courageous. I hope you'll always stay with us.
We are not going anywhere. We will remain by your side until the end of this journey.
Thank you. Now, is everyone ready? It's time to put a stop to this ritual and bring King Morian home.
I bid you welcome to Destinia Cathedral. We're so happy to greet you, loathsome divine dragon.
Spare us your lies!
Alas, your presence indicates that Ivy lost her battle. A predictable outcome, of course. You don't appear to have taken her captive. I assume her body has been left for the birds.
You mean my sister is dead?
Where have you hidden King Morian?
All will be known in due time.
Tell us now!
Look, over there! There's someone beside the altar! Can it be? Tiamat, its father, he's alive! Don't worry, Father. We're here to save you. Something's wrong. Father!
He's been...
It appears you were a few moments too late. As you can see, the ritual has been carried out.
Hyacinth. You bastard!
We have to leave at once. Call a retreat without delay.
We can't!
King Morian is beyond our aid.
What do you mean? You would have us leave our own father behind? I cannot! I will not abandon him here! The only option is to fight Hyacinth. I won't flee after what he has done!
Tiamat, Ulchrist.
Foolish, but I'm not a bit surprised.
The doors.
Yes, we're trapped within.
This grand cathedral will serve as your grave. Thanks to your impetuousness, you brought the rings unto my very hand.
Hyacinth, you...
You're a monster. That's our father! You're going to pay for this. Here and now!
So be it, Hyacinth. Now we fight!
All right, we'll survey the map. An illusion soldier right there. Another one of the stolen rings. That looks like it's gonna be a good old Professor Byleth. All right, righto. Corrupted Morian. Unfortunately, it does not look like there's anything to indicate that his tomahawk will become ours on defeat. So lame that we haven't had any cool drops recently. Hyacinth and Lynn, as we saw in the cutscene at the battle, have themselves a, I believe that's a master seal to yoink on them. We've been looking for some of those. 2 treasure chests here, which means there are going to be some sneaky, thiefies. There's Rosado. And there's Gold Mary. We might be doing a bit of a rewarp, rewarp and warp shenanigans here. Have Anna just warp a nice cluster of 5 up, and have Clan rewarp a nice cluster of 4 up alongside himself. Or no, I'll probably give Micaiah to someone who can use a warp staff, because I don't think Micaiah gives you enough staff proficiency to use a warp staff. We are going to be bringing all of our emblems, including the 3 DLC ones we have. So we'll be back once we've figured out our formation. All right, we're back. This is the formation and unit selection we're going with here, so let's get things on the road.
Father, it's me. It's your son.
Isn't there some way we can change him back?
There's nothing we can do. The king you knew is gone.
No.
We have to end this. What are you saying, brother? You think Father would want to live like this? As this abomination fighting for Hyacinth? We have to let him die as the proud nobleman he was. As the king of Brodia. I don't know if I can do this.
We must. We will free King Morian's soul. And take down Hyacinth.
Defeat Hyacinth and corrupted Morian. Defeat when we are defeated. All right. First things first. Magic Artillery. You can use Magic Artillery by placing a unit equipped with a tome on it and selecting fire. Magic Artillery is powerful and has a long range. It's ideal for attacking at a distance. It's also ideal for immediate neutralization. Like a ballista, Magic Artillery has a limited number of uses. Plan carefully. In this case, 7.
Here goes.
No speech bubble. We're cavalry and a dragon, so she does have an effective weapon on us. Who's going to be the apex for this, or the focal point for this warp group we're putting together here?
Anytime.
We do have Camilla assisting our Lapis here.
Let's hear it.
We'll do a gambit with the Flame Lance. That's the reason why we have it. It cuts through armor at a
Whatever you
range.
need. Quick change.
Steel dagger +3.
How dare you make Hortensia sad?
Ah, no critical. That would have been funny. Femboy gets uppity, immediately gets
Say the
wrecked. Our flyers are for sure not going to be part of our warp group.
It's just like my fairy tales.
Not what we meant to do.
Emblem.
Yes, we get it. It's just like your fairy tales.
Emblem, engage!
Dark Inferno hits rather sporadically. Don't know if we want a Dragon Vein yet. We are on a backup unit, which is why we are getting Vein of Stone. We're gonna make Alchrist the target of our warp offensive.
I am ready to serve. Emblem, engage!
They're gonna Divine Blessing us.
Tiki! I'll be good.
That helps.
Anna here has Celica because with her 24 magic, she has the highest magic attack of anyone in the party.
you say.
We're gonna engage to get the increased staff range.
You and me, let's do this.
Warp. Does it not get benefit from the increased staff range? It must not. I thought we got increased staff range from this. Okay, Rosato.
Yes. I'm ready.
Lend me your strength.
Liberation +5.
Dream well.
Poleaxe.
You got it. Emblem, engage!
Let's see what the damage is like. And we're frozen. No movement next turn.
Are you watching, Father?
Actually, he literally is right now. Just not in the form you want him to be in.
I'm pretty tough, you know.
23%.
All in a day's work.
Yeah, Anna, get that proc. Taking it like a champ, boy. Ah, you're going for Jean, are ya? Makes sense, you lucky wyvern. The thief has arrived. Not quite yet. We just gotta move Plan and Tiki out of the effect range here.
I'll help.
Never underestimate me!
Now I've done it. You took me out just like Princess Ivy, huh?
Still running away, are you, Rosato? Killer axe obtained.
I'm not badly hurt.
We turned the Iron Dagger +2 into a Steel Dagger +3. Still with the engraving of the Holy War on it.
Help me, Emblem.
Let's...
You won't suffer long.
A nice unnecessary crit there,
I
Jean.
need to be more diligent.
Gotta love those unnecessary crits. Just barely survives the Lodestar Rush. So we will instead steal your lance.
I'll start.
Simple enough.
Not a worry. Emblem, engage!
Bring out the Roy as our boy. We're just gonna use the steel sword here. We're surrounded by a lot of axes.
I will win!
I'll manage.
I had no choice but to win.
+5. Go.
I'll help.
I had to stop you.
Okay, his danger radius has been greatly reduced because of the fire. No. Let's try here for the Dark Inferno. If that's right, that's what we want to see, Camilla.
Time to play.
Not ready to rewarp Fram yet. All right, Gold Mary.
I must insist now. Please die.
Not about to stop here.
Enemy phase. What's the damage?
You, dragon! You're the one who killed my sister, aren't you?
No, Ivy is alive.
Then where is she? If she's alive, prove it!
I don't know where she is.
See? I knew it! You're lying! I'm gonna make you pay for what you did!
No!
Second health bar.
You put up a good fight.
I mustn't add to Hortensia's grief. I'm much too precious to her.
Well, Tweedledum and Tweedledummer are gone now, Hortensia.
I'm pretty tough, you know.
Yeah, Anna, get those procs.
All in a day's work.
Okay. Hortensia, be a dear and die. Soon.
I won't give up.
That thief's carrying around a free steel dagger for the taking. She's a lance. His sword will break.
You took my sister from me. I'll never forgive you. No.
I guess she has some form of break resistance, it would seem.
Me first!
I'll apologize later.
I won't run anymore.
Build +4. That means Yunaka can carry heavier and heavier stuff. I have finally learned what the heck build even is supposed to do. Well done, dragon.
I serve the divine dragon. Did you see that?
I have no idea what that little like tag team interaction was with using our dragon powers. That's just Hortensia going for Chloe, so she can wait there safely.
All right.
Right, Hortensia.
Here.
Oh, I lost. Why do I always lose? Well, I won't let you kill me.
Freeze obtained. We'll steal your life.
I'll help.
Remember this.
Okay. Here is safe for a great sacrifice.
By any means necessary.
Right, Fram. Get that experience. You could have gotten a better roll up on your growths, but baby steps. Haha. Alchrist is a lot tankier than what's her face is. A lot tankier than Etier, that's her name. That's her face.
Here I go. Where'd you buy that weapon?
Let's go. You put up a good fight.
Okay. Sword proficiency. Clan's gonna grab this one here.
I'll do my best.
Hellfire. Draka shield. All right, pretty easy enemy phase to survive.
With that emblem at his side, King Hyacinth will be able to fire arrows from a great distance. Let us proceed with caution.
Let us proceed with caution indeed. Let's put Hyacinth's danger radius on our map. Only safe space is on the stairs. There are 2 goals.
Yeah, no problem.
Morian's rushing us anyway. And are getting reinforcements from the layers below.
Here I go!
No, we're not going to do that yet. That's what we are going to do here.
You saved me.
Let's not put either of Morian's sons within his throwing range. A little bit of dragon veining here. Defense and resistance up. Wouldn't be worth moving Yunaka into there because she only gets her bonuses on a void terrain.
Why me?
Because you're the breakable target, Jean.
Was that too much?
Close. Sleep now. Dream well.
I'll help.
Emblem engage.
Not quite there yet.
Another kill for me. I can still hope.
Yeah, I think we're gonna redo this approach to Morian this turn.
You're a lifesaver.
Heal up Jean.
Was that too much?
Lend me your strength.
Right. Now... that'll do a break on him.
King Morian, you said you wanted to duel when we made it back to the castle, remember? I wish we could have crossed swords as friends. But now, we must face each other as enemies. I'll start! This ends now!
Yeah, get rid of the whole health bar there.
I had to stop you.
And get some good growths for your trouble. We're gonna go all in on the Woodao. Woodao, Woodao!
This is our last sparring match, isn't it, Father? When I was a boy, you taught me the meaning of strength. You'd make light of it. But you were preparing me for when I'd have to fight my own battles. That day has come, and you prepared me well. Your life was devoted to protecting Brodia's honor. Now I take on that mantle. Was I a good son? I should have asked you that sooner. You instilled in me pride and strength. But most importantly, you gave me your love. I should have told you what that meant.
I'll go first!
No crits from the Woodao.
Emblem, engage!
Dragon time!
I'll help.
Over here!
Well done, dragon.
Strong of body, strong of heart.
Let's hear it.
Let's see if this works. Oh yeah, I arena'd everyone to
Your steward's ready.
bond level 5 with Camilla. It was a whole bunch of free wins against emblems in the arena for us. Only Alfred, Vander, and Amber lost to Camilla. Everybody else just bodied her. Both our archers and Yunaka completely disrespected her.
Tell me, how do you feel about the new Brodian king? Once Lord Sombron drank his blood, we had no need of him, but we corrupted him for you. Am I not generous? You can show your gratitude by dying. For Lord Sombron.
Yeah, that's barely gonna tickle Yunaka. Yep, barely a tickle. And his danger radius has been greatly diminished.
Give me an order.
No, you can reach this Pegasus. Alchris can deal with the other one. After all, he didn't get to land a hit on his dear old dad. He would have had a we not crit with our attack on him.
I had no choice but to win.
Okay. We're gonna do a bit of a tactic here called funneling them in and chain guarding. Alright, Clan, do the only thing, or Fram, do the only thing you're good for. Clan is our absolute unit of a dragon right now. And Fram can now be a thief if she wants to be.
Cheers!
Didn't even break the chain guard, idiot.
Don't think so!
The
There are
duplicates.
so many of him. How is this possible?
He used the emblem to create doubles. Careful. We do not know what they're capable of.
I know exactly what they're capable of. They're capable of dying in a single hit from anything.
Raise your
I don't
sword.
think Chain Guard will protect against this. It did not.
Go ahead. Emblem, engage!
I'll start.
Dropped your guard. Was that too much?
I cannot accept this.
I'll apologize later.
We can do this! Kind of you.
Clan and Tiki, a level 7 bond. These guys have no movement. Shield Gambit time.
Thank you.
That's what you get for going after the goat.
Nope. Another kill for me.
Right, Anna? Show him the pain.
I have to keep everyone safe.
I'll help.
I cannot accept this.
That was so... wow.
We'll do Clan's break after this. Quadruple hit.
Whatever it takes.
All right. Now we have the revival gem here.
I'll start.
not.
Fram, get the glory.
I cannot accept.
Not much glory when you're so much weaker than Anna.
Please, no more, no more.
Big talk for a dead man. Were we expecting anything else? Of course she's the MVP. And that, Whale Pod, is where we're going to leave this episode of Fire Emblem Engage. I hope you have enjoyed this episode. Do make sure to leave a like on the video and do sub to the channel if you have not done so already. I am trying to make a YouTube in my career, and every sub does indeed help towards that. Now, with that said and done, no, we're not at this point in the outro yet. First, I got to remind you that comments are always welcome down below, because I do enjoy hearing from all of y'all, so do feel free to leave your thoughts on the video down in the comments section. Now, for real, with that said and done, I hope y'all are having fantastic days, Whale Pod. Make sure to stay cool, stay classy, and just because you don't see your sister taken prisoner doesn't mean she's not alive. But until next time, this is Divine Marine Mammal Whale, signing off.